There's fear out there. There is xenophobia. There's fear of foreigners.
Yeah.
There's always been fear of foreigners. There's fear of Mexicans coming and taking over. I got news for you.
Yeah.
We're not taking over. We're just coming to do a job. A job that many Americans don't want to do. So, there's nothing wrong with that. So that's why this legislation, it makes sense. Like I said, I don't think it's going to pass because I think there's too much fear out there, and people that vote, when they fear something, they vote against it.
That's because we're asking for crumbs that fall off the master's table. See? If you want a piece of the pie, you got to go after the whole pie. You got to open the borders for the whole world. Give everybody. Back home. See? What are we afraid of? Are we afraid of Mexicans coming over and taking all our jobs? They're not going to take all our jobs.
Play for everybody.
You know? Or South Africans, or Germans, or Australians, or Portuguese. See? We're finding ways to get into the United States. You know, because we're looking for that dream, the American dream.
Well, you know.
You know?
You look at...
I mean, you came from Puerto Rico. My dad came from Mexico, right? Okay, now, where am I going? I'm not going anywhere. I can't go to Mexico. It's not my country. You see? Now, you're not going to go back to Puerto Rico. See? So I think we need to tell the owners of this country, listen, guys, open the borders for the whole world. Give everybody a permit. Do the human thing. Do the right thing. Do the Christian thing. See?
Well,
talk about opportunity. You want to give everybody opportunity? 2012 is the time. It's time for a real change, not an Obama change. Forget about Obama. Dead duck in the water.
well,
You know. I'm talking about the reality is, it's not the schooling, it's not the churches, it's not the business, it's not the work, it's not the immigrants. Open the borders and give everybody a permit to come in and out. America was built by immigrants, for immigrants.
okay, now that you mentioned Obama, can't let that one go by since I read Obama's short list of accomplishments and his long list of accomplishments, which were over 100 on that list alone. But look at this group here that's in the Iowa caucus and those Republicans and all that. Look at that group there. Have you heard anything that they have offered that will remotely solve any of the problems that we've been talking about? I'm sorry, I have not heard anything from those sad sacks.
Well, you see, here we go again. See, we're going to complain about, you voted for these jackasses up there and all these politicians. You voted for them. Now you're complaining and you're crying about,
I'm not complaining.
You know, they're there because somebody voted them in. See?
Well,
Get Mary Fallin out of office. Brad Henry, thank God he's gone. That guy should have never been in office, you know. We've had some of the sorriest politicians and governors in Oklahoma. This is a backwards country. Oklahoma is, I don't know how we're like 10 years behind in the times. Look at San Antonio, Houston, and Dallas. They welcome everybody. You know, they don't point the finger at you and say, hey, you brown-skinned person, you're Mexican, get out of here. You're a criminal because you're brown. See?
well, listen, we're talking about here, you know, like I said, all politics is local, right? So I've been in Oklahoma for the last 20 years. And what I've seen in those 20 years is I've been looking closely, very closely at education, and I have, you know, from the inside and from the outside. And I have not seen inside or outside any progress. Outside of new schools, infrastructure, I have not seen that gap of high achievers, low achievers.
Nobody's doing any
Nobody has
good.
closed that gap
I don't
because
see
of
any,
the lack of leadership.
well, at least we agree on something, you know.
And the same thing holds true of health. The same thing holds true of the penal system. The same
I've been
thing
noticing.
holds true of the economic system.
I've been noticing
here.
a lot of the older folks, older Americans, you know, in the 60s. Where are these folks? They know, they have a lot of knowledge. They know a lot of things. You know, they're retired. We put them away. They're hidden in the trenches.